Hello and welcome to Cheating Exposed. Today's story is I cheated on my wife with her sister. I know the title sounds bad, but I need to get this off my chest. Me 35 male and my wife 34 female were childhood sweethearts. We did everything together and she was the love of my life. I proposed to her when I was 20. I thought it was the right time, so did she. When I was 26 and she was 25, we had our daughter. We were so happy, she was the one thing our life was missing. We were such a happy family. Then, a few months after the birth of our first child, she gave birth to our son. Note, he meant she got pregnant again a few months later. Again, we were so happy, now we had our little family of 4. Before anyone asks why we had kids so young, after high school, I got my degree in accounting, then I went to work for my dad. My dad's company is big, I was able to make a lot of money, and yes, when we got married, we agreed to sign a premarital agreement. We went on dates very often, and our bedroom life was amazing. I showered her and our kids with gifts and flowers 3 times a week. We had a big house. I was able to give her the dream life we would always talk about a lot when we were teens. I thought we were happy, yet she still cheated on me. I found out she had a hookup app. When I confronted her about it, she didn't deny it. She said I was always absent, and she didn't have a way to be fulfilled. I wanted to leave, but didn't, for my kids, even though my pain was too much to even look at her. We went to counseling, and we did okay for a while. But one day, maybe 2 months later, she said she was hooking with guys every night. She even had a few guys over at the house, and in our bed, in the house I paid for. My kids were now, at this point, 8 and 7. We knew divorce would be hard on them, since they loved us both so much. I didn't want them to have a tainted image of her. Through my grief and pain, I stayed, but I moved her into the guest bedroom. You're probably wondering where her sister 30 female comes in. Well, throughout all this, she was my rock. My family wouldn't have understood my pain. My wife's family always favored her, because her sister was the mistaken baby. I still loved her, but I didn't know she made her sister's life hell. My wife was barely home when she moved into the guest bedroom. Now our kids barely saw their mum. Whenever they spoke to her, she was either rude, cold, or ignored them. When she came home, she would get something to eat, drink, and go to her room and stay there. So, my wife's sister was there for our kids. She would be at the house a lot. She picked up my kids and did things with them. She was also home when my wife was home, but didn't care. After 2 years of this, my kids started to call her mum. She didn't want them to, if they didn't want to, but they wanted to. Which made me happy. They had only spoken a handful of times to their mum. By now, they were used to it, and so was I. Me and my wife's sister would spend a lot of time together, and I loved it. So did she. Now this leads me to the current situation. I had booked a trip to Fiji for me, my wife, and the kids. My wife's sister wanted us to try and fix things, which I tried to do during the first year. But I stopped trying, since she wasn't. So I went to my wife and told her about it. She just yelled at me and told me to F off. I kid you not, she referred to her own kids as those little brats. This sounded like she knew about our kids calling their auntie mum. If she did know, she would have thrown a fit. She said they weren't hers anymore, and it was a mistake to even have them. This threw me off, but I did not persist. So I asked my wife's sister and told her what happened. She said yes, and we arrived last week. It's been amazing. Me and my wife's sister and my kids have had a blast. They love her, and this makes me so happy, knowing they have a mother figure throughout all the drama of the past 3 years. This leads me to last night. My kids met another family with kids, so they spent the night, which left me and my wife's sister alone. We talked about the kids and life in general. With the mood and the atmosphere, we could both tell something was going on between us. And I kissed her. She stopped me, asking if I really wanted to do this, and said this didn't seem right. I told her I did, and I feel like we could both feel it. We didn't share a room. My kids shared a bed, and I had one next to them. My wife's sister had the master bedroom. So we ended up sleeping together. Yes, I know it's bad, but nothing like this had happened before. The setting really set us up. Right now, I'm lying in bed next to her, typing this out, about to text my lawyer. She's still sleeping. I just needed to get this out. I know not many people will read this, but it would be good to know if even one person does. So, I deleted my original account because I realized how wrong I am for not divorcing my wife. I don't know who's gonna see this, but it's worth a shot, I guess. I'll clear up a lot of confusion. Yes, I let my kids stay with a family they just met, because like I said, there were other kids there, not just mine and the family. Yes, my wife stayed with us because she didn't really have anywhere else to go when she cheated. And what I meant by my kids being born a month apart, I meant to say my other kid was conceived a few months after my daughter. Sorry for the confusion. I was really nervous while writing it. Because of my infidelity, and hers as well, I'm entitled to give her a sum of my money. Which I don't give two flying craps about, because I'm very well off. Unlike her, because she doesn't really work. If there's any more confusion, I'll clear it up. So, I got home this morning. Right now, it's the afternoon, and we went straight back to my house. Well, when we walked in, my wife was waiting on the couch. She was very upset. She asked why the heck I brought her sister on the trip, because I could have just discarded her ticket. Well, no, I couldn't. They cost a damn fortune. And even though I'm well off, I teach my kids the value of money. I thought she knew that too. I thought wrong, obviously. I told her this and asked if she could calm down so we could talk. She wouldn't calm down unless her sister was gone, so I told them to wait in the car. I sat down with her and asked if she had guys over when we were gone. Of course she did. At this moment, what a few of you said about my kids maybe not being mine sprung into my head. So I asked her. She said she had slept with one guy a little before my daughter was born. My stomach dropped. She said she didn't think it was his because of how much my daughter looked like me, but also said the guy she slept with kind of looked like me. So, I'm planning to get a DNA test done on both my kids. I told her after that, I want a divorce. To my surprise, she got upset, not the kind of upset where you get up and start crying. The kind where she lowered her head in disappointment. I saw in her eye she realized what she had done, how badly she screwed up her relationship with me and her kids, not to forget her sister as well. She said she was so sorry for how she treated me and hopes we can work through it. I thought about it because I saw the girl I fell in love with again. The girl whose laugh brought me happiness. The girl who knew how to make me smile. But then I remembered what she put me and the kids through. So I stood up, told her there's no way in hell she's getting another chance. And if she really wants to see the kids, she can, but on their terms. I told her my lawyer would be in touch, and I would be open to renting her a temporary room until the divorce is done. She said she would like that. I let her grab a few of her things and watched her to make sure she didn't take anything of mine. I called her an Uber for wherever she wanted to go in the meantime. I also told her I'd let her know where she'd be staying. She left rather peacefully, but kept her head down on the way to the car. My kids came out and asked me what happened. I told them, Mummy's not staying with us anymore. But if you want, she can come and visit you whenever you want to see her. I told them to go upstairs and unpack. This gave me time alone with their aunt. We sat down and basically talked about everything, what happened on the trip and what will happen now. We agreed to try and start dating, but after my divorce is finalized. Which is best for the kids to cool down. They will see their aunt whenever they want, but she is not going to live with us. Also, she isn't married. I wouldn't be doing this with a married woman. So yeah, this leads me to now. We just finished a paternity test at the clinic. I'm so nervous to find out the results. I'll update when I get them. Update. Thank you to all the people giving me support, advice, and encouragement. For the people saying this is fake, sadly, it's not, even though I wish it was. This is truly a terrible situation. I would appreciate it if you could all refrain from commenting that my situation is fake. For all the people saying I'm screwed for cheating on my wife first, and that I shouldn't be surprised when she cheated, that isn't the case. On to the actual update. I got the paternity results back, and both kids are mine. I am over the moon that these kids I love so much are 100% my blood. My kids and I have all started counseling, with 2 sessions a week. Their first session was after school, and it already seems to be helping. Now on to 2 topics I think everyone wants to know about: my ex-wife and ex-sister-in-law. I'll start with my ex. I got her a studio room last night. I don't know what she does during the day, but I don't care. We've only had a little conversation. I'll post it if Reddit allows me to, since I am allowed to. The gist was about our kids and the divorce. She has signed the papers my lawyer sent her. She told me she'll fight me if I try to keep her kids away from her. She's been harassing me, my mum, dad, siblings, and even their children. When I ended our conversation, I kept the proof, like a few of you suggested. With how everything's going at the moment, it looks like I'll be getting full custody of the kids. To the person who messaged me about my ex maybe having a mental health issue, there's none I'm aware of, but she may need to get a test done due to the way she's been acting. My kids don't want to see her right now, and I don't blame them. I will try to get a protective order in place before the court date, which will be decided in the next week or so. The actual date will most likely be in a few months. I've taken all the money out of our joint account, but I have sent her some to live off, and enough to hire a lawyer. Now on to my ex-sister-in-law. We've talked once, that was before I wrote this. My kids really want to see her, so we planned a day for them to hang out with her Friday after school. I've read all the comments about not getting into a relationship with her. I did say I wanted time to see what I want to do. But again, we spent the night together, and I don't want her to feel used, so I told her my feelings. She was extremely supportive and understood. She told me how she feels, and I'm happy she doesn't feel used. We will not be hanging out, but I'll see her if I come to collect my kids and she's there, which is fine. She's a great influence on them, and she's helping them through their mum and I's divorce. Right now, I'm sitting outside on the deck. We ordered their favorite takeout, and I'm watching them goof around. It's great to see them so happy. I don't know when my next update will be, but I will post as soon as I can. Well, folks, that's all. Thank you all for listening. Please like, comment, and share the video if you enjoyed it. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you will be notified when we upload the next video. Take care.